Hi everybody, so today I'm going to be reviewing the Symfonisk IKEA table lamp slash speakers. So a little while ago I got myself a sound bar from Sonos, the Beam, so really pleased with that, but wanted to kind of get some rear speaker support so that I could have more of a surround feeling. And it was my birthday recently, so my wife very kindly got me a pair of Symfonisk table lamp speakers, which will kind of pair up with the Sonos Beam and give you a surround feeling. So I'm going to review those. Okay, so let's open this up and see what these are like. So on first impressions, really well protected. Everything wrapped really nicely and really snug fit in there. So we've got a shade, we've got the lamp itself, then we've got the power cord, and we've also got a network cable as well. So I'm not going to use the network cable, so let's get rid of that for the moment. And unwrap this. So first impressions, I would actually say, although I've actually gone and looked at this at the store, at an IKEA store, it looks a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be. It must just be, obviously with IKEA being such a big open space, and when you get home, sometimes looks a little bit bigger. So I'm actually going to pair this with a trad-free bulb, because I want these to be controllable from my assistant. I'm using the one from Amazon that begins with A, but because the Sonos Beam has that assistant built right in and is right behind the camera, I'm not going to say it because she'll trigger in. So I'm just going to screw in the bulb and get that on there. And let's pop the power cable in there as well. And we're pretty much done there. So when we look at it then, so I've got it in white here. Okay, I've got 3 buttons here, so really minimal, but 3 buttons here. I've got a play, pause, a plus, which is obviously going to be volume up, and a minus for volume down. Really nice finish here on the speakers. Then we've got just a socket at the back here for that network cable to go in. We're not going to use that, we're going to pair this wirelessly. And then we've got an on-off switch here for the bulb itself. Now, actually, I have to admit, I don't really care for this switch too much. I think it looks a little bit like an afterthought. You've got these nice buttons here, these nice touch buttons to go on and off. And somebody kind of thought, oh, how are we going to turn the lamp on and off? So maybe they're just trying to kind of keep the cost down. These are £150 in the UK. I think different prices, obviously abroad, but they're obviously just trying to kind of keep it under that mark. So obviously I have to go with a manual switch. So let me get paired up with the second one, and then we'll go through the setup stages. Okay, so we've plugged our first lamp in. Let's just plug the second lamp in here. So, and switch it on here. So we can see we've got the 3 controls here, but they won't do anything until it's set up. We have got the switch on the side here just for the lamp, and we can set that portion up so that it works with our Hue system, and we can control it using voice control. But for the moment, we're just going to concentrate on the speaker because we're not actually reviewing the bulb. So the next step is to set this up on the Sonos app. Okay, so we've got the lamp plugged in, ready to go. We've got the green light flashing on it, so it's ready to go. So let's look at setting up on the Sonos app. So I've opened up Sonos app. So if I just go to settings and go into system, I can see here in my living room, I've got the Beam product set up already. If I just go to rooms here, I can see that I've already set up the other table lamp. Now it's just been paired, it's just not been used for anything. So what I'm going to do is just go through the process of setting up this second one, and then we'll have a go with it and then see how we go. So add product, hit continue, and it's just going to search. Now, as I say, I've already set the first table lamp up. It's really a really easy process. Sonos and IKEA have done a great job in their collaboration to make this absolutely seamless, as if it was a regular Sonos speaker. I know that we talk about compatibility between the trad-free and the Hue bridge system, but actually that's fairly clunky in comparison to this. So I can see that it's found my lamp, so I'm going to set up this product. It's telling me to press these 2 buttons on the lamp. There we go, we get the lovely reassuring little chime noise, and it will just do what it needs to do to pair, and then we should be good to go. So what I'm going to do is firstly just set this up as if it's a standalone device and just test it as a speaker, and then what I'll do is join it in with the other one and with the Beam to make it into a surround system and just test out what that's like for that. So we can see that it's just finishing off doing the connection to the lamp, and then we'll be good to go. Now obviously to be able to pair to play music, you'll need to pair this with a music service such as Apple Music or Spotify or something like this, but again that's really easy to do just through the Sonos app. So just a few more seconds for that. There we go, we've added the lamp, so let's set it up. So hit next, and I'm going to do it in a new room, so I'm just going to say that it's in the bedroom. Okay, and it's going to be used for that. We're not going to add another product. It's just going to register those products into my Sonos account, and we should be good to go very shortly. Now we can see that my Alexa's actually already found it. So now we can go through the True Play system. So all you need to do is hit begin tuning, just follow it through the wizard, and get going through there. Now I'm not going to film that because it's a 3-minute process and it involves you walking around the room, and what I will do is I'll show you a little bit of that when we're doing it for the surround sound. So just for the moment we're just going to skip that, and you can always go back to that later. So it's good to go now. So now we'll be good to go and try out playing some music. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff, and let's have a go playing some music. So I've gone to the Sonos app again, and I'm just going to, I'm here in bedroom. Okay, so I'm going to go to browse, and these are the top songs at the moment. So let's have a go with Dance Monkey. So I do have to stress that I'm not an audiophile, so I'm not somebody who's really passionate about the sound being perfect. I'm just interested in whether it's good for me. So what's really great is we've got the controls here, so I can pause it and just hit play. And the volume control is really easy to use. So turn it down or turn it up. And obviously you can do the same from the phone, because what I can do is just control the volume up here. So I think that's good enough. So for me, just as a normal, regular guy who likes listening to music, really nice, rich sound, not weedy at all. You know, had a lot of power in there for what I'd be interested in. As I say, I'm not, you know, a massive audiophile, but for me and my family, then I think if I just had this as a standalone lamp that was just in the corner of a room, it would be absolutely perfect for my needs. So let's now look at the next step, and what I want to do is pair this up with the other lamp and the Beam at the front of my living room to make it into a surround system. Okay, so let's try and set this up now as a surround speaker pair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings. Now I haven't removed this, so if I go back into here into bedroom, then I can still see that it's there. Hopefully it'll allow me to move it. I might need to remove it and then have another go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to living room where it's identified that I've got a Beam, and it says add surrounds. So what do I want? I'm going to say 2 Symfonisk table lamps and set up these products. So this is our left surround, so it's going to be the first one we're going to work with. And it says wait for the flash and green light, but we've already got a white light because it's set up, so I can see a white light. And it's going to ask us to press those 2 buttons as we did before. Okay, and it's added that as our left surround. And it's told us that it's removed that from bedroom, and it's going to remove that room altogether because there's no devices in there. Brilliant. So now we're just going to go and do the same thing on the right one. So we've added the other one, so now it's just preparing all of those speakers to work together, and just telling us it's just going to take a minute. And then after that, what we'll have to do is do the tuning so that the Sonos system knows about how the room's configured and how the speakers are, etc. So that will be our next step to look at that. Okay, so it's paired those up. So the next thing it's asked us to do is to do the true play. So this will allow us to do that. So it takes about 3 minutes. So we'll just show you how that works, just the start of it, but not the whole 3 minutes, because that would be really dull. So begin tuning. It's going to use the iPhone microphone, and I'm going to tune twice. So firstly, I'm going to just sit from where I'm going to watch. Here I am, right in the middle, got my TV there ready to go. And now it's going to ask me to rotate my phone. That's it. Okay, make sure you don't cover the microphone. Great. Raise your iPhone to eye level. And keep your iPhone raised and press play. Okay, so that's balanced the sound for that part. So then let's go on to next. And then the next part is to walk around the room. Okay, and I'm going to go, I'm ready to tune. And what you have to do is just walk around the room being really quiet. So let's do that. Okay, so we can see that the true play tuning has been successful. So it's really important that when you do that tuning around your room, you wave the phone up and down. And if you don't get it right, then Sonos will tell you. When I was just filming the one that I was doing there, I wasn't giving it enough vertical movement. So I actually scrapped that tuning exercise and made me do it again, saying that I didn't have enough vertical up and down movement. So they really have got a lot of intelligence built into the software to make sure that you're knowing you're doing it properly. Okay, so I'm going to finish. Okay, rotate my phone back to normal. There we go. So now we can see here in my living room, I've got the Beam and I've got the left and the right speakers. So let's just pop back. Let's play our music again. So now we've got the music coming from. Okay, so that's using that. So let's just switch on television, because our prime reason was to use this with the TV. So okay, so let's test it out now with the television and surround sound. So I've just selected a film here, and because I want this to be a realistic test, because my children only seem to be the only people who are allowed to control the television, I'm going to put on the Lego Movie, because that's all I seem to have on my TV, other than the very rare moments when my wife and I get to watch something ourselves in the evening. So let's just see what that's like. So there we go with that.
Here we go.
Hello, visitors from another planet.
You are just as special as we are. See? Friends. Yes.
What do you know? It worked.
Even though we're different, I guess if we open our hearts, everything can be awesome.
Okay, so I think that's enough Lego movie, so I don't get done for copyright infringement. But what I would say is that the speakers are not overpowering, but they certainly added to the richness of the sound. I was already very pleased with the sound that I got from the Sonos Beam on its own, but just by adding in the surround sound speakers there through the lamps, I got a much richer sound. And of course, because the Beam is integrated with the Alexa assistant, then we could ask for things. So we could say, Alexa, play some music.
Here is Apple Music.
Alexa, stop. Okay, and lastly, although it's not a specific feature of the lamps themselves, because they're paired up with, and they've got trad-free bulbs in them, I'm able to control those as well, which is really handy because, as we say, we've got the integration on the Sonos Beam. So if I say, Alexa, turntable lamps on, or Alexa, turntable lamps to 50%, then that gives us the ultimate in control. We've got really nice sound from our speakers along with the Sonos Beam. We've got control of those using the trad-free bulbs. All in all, I'm really pleased with the Symfonisk table lamp speakers, the joint venture between IKEA and Sonos. I think that it's a really accessible price point to be able to extend out and have more Sonos speakers in your household, because the branded Sonos speakers can be quite expensive on their own. But actually through this, you get all of the convenience of Sonos just without the price tag. But you also get a little bit extra in that you can have it as a lamp or as the bookshelf speakers, which are the other Symfonisk speakers which are available from IKEA and Sonos. And they're £99 currently from IKEA. So hopefully you found this useful. If you do, then please like and share and comment and subscribe, follow on Twitter, and do all of those good things. Thanks. Hope to speak to you soon.